Hi there, my name is Esther Herbert. I thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel page. I wanted to do something. I've been talking about this for quite a while, and I wanted to get a video visit going with people that would really find it interesting to talk about mental health issues, things that are going on in their lives, things that I say might trigger something in your life, etc. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to start really by telling you a little bit about myself, where I was raised, and why I'm doing this today. So the first thing you need to know, came from a small town just outside of Toronto named Stouffville, Ontario. And as my shirt says, I love TO. So we live very, very close to Toronto, and I think it's one of the best cities in the world. I was born and raised here until 18, and then I moved off to Oklahoma. Then I went to Dallas, and then I've moved back home. So I'll get to that a little bit later on, but I wanted to tell you about what I grew up experiencing. I am the baby of 4. I come from parents that are very well educated and very spiritual and very strict. So it was a challenge as the baby of 4 to try to impress anyone, because I think the other 3 siblings did all the impressing ahead of me. I had an older brother who was absolutely a genius and was always getting awards for science and you name it. He was just amazing. The second oldest was a public speaker, went on to be a lawyer. So he was very challenging to try to follow in his footsteps. And then I had a sister, absolutely drop dead gorgeous, tiny as can be, and was the most popular girl with the guys. And she was so talented and so beautiful. So then I trucked along 6 years after her, and I was none of those 3 things. I was Ed. That's my nickname, and I love sports, and I played volleyball, baseball. I just loved anything to do with that, and I was kind of a chameleon all the way through high school. I would be anything to anybody. I just wanted people to like me, and I wanted people to enjoy being around me. So whatever they needed to talk about or be or have, I was the funny clown, or I was super serious, or you name it, I just did it. I had a very good friend in high school named Mike Richards, and of Raw Mike Richards fame, and he's been a friend of mine since kindergarten. He and I have weathered a lot of things together, but we were inseparable all the way through high school, and he's turned out to be, as you'll find out in these video visits, a very key component of my life and mental health exposure today. I want to say that it was a very challenging experience to try to be all those things, and I ended up drinking because I was just not measuring up in my mind. I also ended up being someone that got into a lot of trouble because of being rebellious, recalcitrant, wanting to do any and everything wrong, speeding, and just really quite a headache for my 2 dear, wonderful parents. And that takes me through high school. So that's all I'll talk about right now. There's all kinds of things further, but what really happened to me at 15, which I didn't know at the time, was that I had a mental illness, and it really did capture so much of what I did and didn't do, and I wasn't aware of it. So that's what this video visit is all about. I want to tell you about my life. I want to tell you why I was so rebellious, what I did in the later days, and I figure that people that are battling, 1 in 5 they say, I think it's a lot more than that, 1 in 5 are battling a mental disorder of some sort, or they know someone that is. This video chat is to let you know a little bit about me, my struggles. I had addictions to alcohol and tobacco. I have bipolar. And I think that, there's common threads for all mental illnesses. And I think that we'll have an awful lot to chat about in the days to come. This YouTube channel is such a blessing to me, because I think it's a great way to get news out, and we can kind of build the bridge of mental illness, stigma. We can't have one without the other. So I'm thinking that if we can get the stigma gone through open discussion and conversation, that we can build that bridge so that people won't feel that their life is full of stigma, that their mental illness is going to bring up all kinds of, ooh, I can't talk to you because you have one. I think that we need to really be people of conversation, dialogue. I think it's so important. I'm a person that loves to chat, but I also believe that some of the conversations that we need to have are serious. And they are something that we have more in common than we'd ever imagine. I'm a very positive person. I believe that life is good. I have gone through an awful lot in my life, as you'll get to know, but I still have a positive outlook. I believe that God has been a huge reason for that. I want you to know about that relationship very much. And I want you to know that you're not alone, because there's many, many people in this world that experience this kind of pain and alienation and depression, and there's a lot of conversation that we can have, and I hope that you will tune in. My goal is to be a public speaker about this. I've done it a few times now. If you are interested in having a speaker, on the About column on this YouTube channel is how to contact me. So I would love for that to happen. We're going to have these video chats in the future, and I can't wait to tell you more. Maybe in time you can send some questions that you want me to talk about. I'll be happy to do that. In the meantime, I will pick the topics until I start hearing some feedback. And so if you want to hear something else, let me know. Thanks for visiting today. Have a great day. God bless.